One of the biggest coin hacks ever is happening right now. In this video, we'll talk about what you need to know and do to stay safe. I also want to talk about something very interesting about getting rid of US debt with cryptocurrencies like XRP at the end of the movie. Guys, be sure to watch the whole video. For a while, this looked like a plot, but it just became a lot more real. Your help is very much appreciated as always. Thanks a lot. Thank you to everyone who liked the movies and signed up for the channel. These two easy things help me a lot. Also, if you ever need to buy XRP, check out Uphold, my best exchange, which is linked in the video's description. So let's get started, and I hope you all enjoy what's coming up. Before I go on, I want to talk about the hack that is going on right now, because I know a lot of people are interested. So earlier today, the CEO of Ledger wrote that there had been a major hack on the repository that many wallet companies and blockchains use to run code. In other words, a lot of these gadgets' code has been hacked. Now, this shouldn't be a problem for people who are in jail or something like that, right? The people who keep code for institutions don't get it from these free sources. It's more of a self-custody thing. For example, if you're in jail, you're chilling. First, take a big breath if you're using a ledger, a hot wallet, or something similar. Most people mess up in situations like this because they try to do things too quickly. They get a text message on their phone that says, "Oh no, someone hacked this. Feel free to answer this." Or, "Hey, there's a hack. You need to move your stuff to this other address. Do this right now." Do not do anything right away. Right now and for the next 48 to 72 hours, the best thing you can do is nothing at all. Do nothing and don't sign anything. That's the best thing you can do. Throw away all thoughts of crypto for 72 hours. When you wake up, this will likely be forgotten. Most people who get into trouble are those who rush to do something and end up getting hacked in a different way. First, take a deep breath and don't do anything. You should be fine. But this is one of the bad things about self-custody that not many people talk about. Everyone talks about how great it is to have your own care. There you have it. You're also your own security team. So you need to keep an eye out for things like this. This is fun. When you do self-custody, you're pretty much your own bank. But banks have big security teams. They have teams whose only job is to watch out for bad behavior. There are teams that keep an eye on strange deals. They have people who are always changing, refreshing, backing up, and making sure that the new code is correct. That's one of the bad things about self-custody, sadly. This kind of thing will happen. One interesting thing to note is that this doesn't seem to have anything to do with the XRP system right now. It looks like a lot of the chains that use JavaScript, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, a lot of big chains are involved, but the XRP system doesn't seem to be one of them. You can never be too safe. Still, I think you should probably not use a cold storage wallet like a Ledger or a hot wallet for another 72 hours. Allow things to sort of play out or shake out. Please do not sign any papers, don't answer any calls. If someone texts you saying, "Oh, there was this hack, please go do this," don't answer them. Don't do anything. Take a break from cryptocurrency for 72 hours. If you come back, things should be okay. People who try to trick others and get ahead of things are the ones who will get into trouble. When you act too quickly in crypto, you're almost always going to make a mistake. Take a deep breath and know that it doesn't look like these people will be able to do anything like steal key phrases from a record. No need to sign anything, just leave everything alone and you'll be fine. One of the bad things about self-custody is that you are both your own bank and your own protection team. Some people want to have their own bank. They do not want to be their own guardians. It is a problem. Sad to say, though, that's one of the only problems that can be fixed by things like jail time. I just wanted to quickly let people know about that. I know this is a bad subject to bring up, but I just want to warn everyone not to worry, act too quickly, or get ahead of things. But now I want to talk about something a little more interesting, fun, and positive. It looks like the US is going to put in a lot more work to get the Clarity Bill passed. Guys, this is really cool because, yes, the US wants to be the leader in new coin ideas, but the real question is why? Right? Why do they want this Clarity Act to pass so badly? What's with their sudden push to be ahead of everyone else when it comes to cryptocurrency? And I think it has to do with something Trump said that a lot of people thought was a joke or part of a conspiracy theory. It might be a little more real than I think a lot of people, including myself, thought. An assistant to Vladimir Putin is one of many people who are now talking about how the US could pay off its $35 trillion debt with stable coins and crypto. At first glance, this seems like a big mystery. You can't do that, right? For example, how will buying crypto, which costs money, get rid of debt? This is a really cool idea. But it does make a lot of sense when you think about it. Also, let me explain this. At this very moment, the United States is realizing that the world of old analog methods for interbank settlement is ending. The world's finances are about to change a lot because of a shift. This is because cryptocurrency technology is being used to build banking infrastructure into the internet. The United States knows this, right? They have been ignoring this for a long time and are now finally seeing it. What do you know? They ask now. It's already past due, right? We have to be there for this to happen. The US is saying, hey, look, we need to get clear in the US so that big institutional players can come in and take over this next generation of finance in the era that comes after it. The United States is currently in charge, and they have the world's most successful economy because they control the banking system and the tech infrastructure. There are two very important things. So Cryptocurrency is a mix of these two things, right? There is infrastructure for money and infrastructure for technology. The US knows that someone else will take over the next field, this next financial tool, if they don't play it first. Okay, so in the world of cryptocurrencies, the unit of account might not be the US dollar. It could be the Chinese yuan or the Mexican peso. They want to be the biggest company that prints money and makes financial goods. What do they want to do? It all comes down to debt and inflation in the end.